What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Today's a little bit of a different video than what I usually post. Not doing any ads, not monetizing this thing. I'm not doing a giveaway like I usually do. If you guys want to get on a giveaway, go to the last video. It's about ASIC miners. You can enter to get a free, $500 ASIC miner on that one. And I'll post the results, I guess, the drawing on the next video, let's say 24 to 48 hours from now. But this one is important because this war in Ukraine is a big deal and it affects the markets more than a lot of people want to even realize. I know a lot of us are never going to be impacted as others will by this thing, but there will be an effect on all of us, want to or not. It's just that it is what it is. This is not financial advice. I'm telling you the things that I'm seeing that hopefully you can benefit from as well. Like I always do in these videos, always what I ask is just hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that other people can find this video and hopefully have a little bit better understanding of the things that I'm seeing here as well. And again, if you guys like the videos, you can always subscribe to the channel if you want to see when the next video drops. If you're interested in hearing about the next giveaways or getting notified when that happens, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. But let's talk about Ukraine and Russia and what's going on right now. Well, today is the 26th as I record this video. I'm just going to post it live. I'm not going to do any kind of like premiere or anything like this. I know it's a little bit different than what I do, but I just want to get this info out there as far as what I'm seeing. On the 24th, we were looking at the first sanctions that were going on because the markets crashed on the 23rd and it was like, wait, what do we do? What's going to happen? The 24th sanctions were implemented and the markets started to come back up. Son of a Tech, he actually has a YouTube channel. He asked this question on Twitter. So it's the sanctions driving BTC back up. And I simply replied saying, no, bro, uncertainty drove it down. Now it's going to pump because people have a baseline as to what they can expect. Uncertainty is what drives things to go crazy anywhere, stock market or crypto markets. It does not matter what it is. Those so-called FOMO, is something that people will jump in when the prices tank, that fear of missing out. But in the same token, when people don't know what to expect, that's when the FUD comes in. It's a fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? So there are two cycles here. And when people see it too low, they're like, I don't want to miss out on this great opportunity. And they jump in. The same token, people freak out when they don't know what to expect or see people selling off. I told people, that I had a connection with that I was able to talk to. Guys, just hang tight. I know it's a little crazy right now, but hang tight. And I'll go on to actually, since I'm talking about him, Son of a Tech has a big YouTube channel. He's got 174 subscribers. So if you guys want to get ASIC information, he's got some good stuff. But back to this question. This was on the 24th. The sanctions that were implemented on the 24th were kind of light in comparison to what we're at now. Right now, they just implemented new sanctions that will block Russia from actually using the SWIFT system. And if you guys don't know, SWIFT is how you do wire transfers across the globe. It's a really crappy system. It's old, antiquated, slow, but it's what people deal with, daily. It's like Gmail for the banks. It's the best way to describe it. It's antiquated. People like Ripple Labs, XRP. They're trying to start something new and do it in a much more effective, less costly way. Now, these are the most extreme things that NATO and all these people are able to do is sanction Russia from using SWIFT. Is it enough? No, it's not enough. Here's what happens. They can't use SWIFT, so now, maybe crypto is an option. But there's got to be more options because they are only blocking some. They're not first blocking all SWIFT transactions. And secondly, a big chunk of the world depends on Russia for gas. And this is why I think that sanctions might have had an impact, but not at the way people are looking at it. The impact was, okay, so it's just the regular old sanctions. It's not going to make a big of a dent. Because if they really want to put a dent on the economy that drives Russia, they have to sanction energy companies that are selling crude oil. That's what it boils down to. Right now, 30% of Europe is dependent on Russia's energy supplies. 30%. That's a huge number. There's only like two countries, Poland and Lithuania, who are now not dependent on Russia. Everybody else is using a little bit of their oil, a little bit of their natural resources. That means that the rest of the world is basically a slave to Russia. And you might say, this doesn't affect me. Why do I care? Like the US, the president just said that he's going to open up some reserves and he's going to make sure that the price doesn't go crazy for Americans. Great. He bought us time when it comes to making sure that the price of gas doesn't skyrocket and double overnight. Sure, that totally makes sense. But if you look at the supply chain, the farmer who's now having to plant and fill up his tractors that are going to be put on a truck somewhere that might not even be in this country, all of that gets affected. So prices are going to be impacted. Now, there's two more things that I want to tell you about. So this is what's going on. Sanctions, are they driving the price back up? Is kind of solidify that, hey, it's not going to make a difference, so it can go back up. Now, point number two, and this is my biggest fear, and this is something that I'm really concerned about. I guess is the biggest fear out of this entire situation. Now that these sanctions are moving on to the SWIFT aspect of things, blocking transactions inside of banks, my biggest fear is that governments are going to start to point fingers and say, "Ooh, crypto, bad." If you're in crypto, you're basically supporting, the war. You're supporting countries that aren't able to use the regular banking system. That is my biggest fear of all, because it's very easy for somebody to try to make the correlation. Well, Putin said that he's for crypto, therefore crypto is not a good thing. And I am so proud of the people that have given money to Ukraine for humanitarian needs or whatever else in crypto to show that this is a tool that can be used for good as well. Because it would be a shame to see countries impose, limitations or, bans on crypto because they want to call it out to be something that it's not. Crypto is amoral, just like money is amoral. It's not bad. It's all a matter of what do you do with it. And we have to show, as a community as a whole, saying, it's good. What I do with my money is a good thing. I take care of people. I help people, because it's a very slippery slope if we start going down this road. I know that, in Canada, the CEO of Kraken, the exchange, said, get your money off of centralized exchanges and put it on decentralized exchanges, wallets, because the government tells us to halt the money. We're going to have to halt people's money. That's scary. And that's not something I want to see anybody go through. So that's my point number two. That's my biggest fear. And I'm not trying to instill fear in people. I'm just telling you what my concern is, and hopefully make you guys aware that these correlations can be made with anything. You can make these correlations so easily. And I am cautious, cautiously, and I guess you can say, hoping for the best, that people will do the right thing and continue to move this space forward, not use as an excuse to hinder it. But point number three, where do we go from here? And why could this actually be a good thing? Well, allow me to explain. Right now, we're looking at crypto and stocks as being on the same kind of line. There is a huge correlation between the two markets, the crypto markets and the stock markets. And for people that love passive income like I do, we tend to take a look at multiple things at the same time. And when we see this correlation, it means that cryptocurrencies are still kind of stuck, and they can't break out and take off like they're supposed to, because they're still heavily correlated with stocks, which to a certain extent is understandable, because if there's fear, if there is the so-called, FUD, that's understandable. When people don't know what's going on with money, they usually pull their money out and put things into safer investments. We saw this in the stock market, where a lot of people bought gold because they feel like gold is their, safe haven. With crypto, people put their money in stablecoin. Yeah, money's not leaving crypto, technically. Money's just being converted from BTC or whatever other coin into USDC or USDT, that whole scam thing. Um, so it's not leaving. It's just being converted into things that are a little bit more stable for the short term. I'm not giving you guys financial advice. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm staying in. Not only am I staying in, I'm continuing to increase my holdings whenever I possibly can because inflation is going to hit. Like I was telling you, prices for goods are going to increase. Regardless if you think you're going to be impacted or not, there will be an impact. And when inflation hits, and it's going to hit harder and harder and harder, there is a little bit of a delayed effect when some of these things take place. Just going, I mean, I'm sure all of you guys, when you go out and buy stuff right now, you've already seen an increase in prices. Crypto is going to be my safe haven. That's where I'm putting my money into. And I know I'm not monetizing this video. I'm not making it anything crazy like it's a different video. I'm not doing a giveaway. If you want to do giveaway, go to the other video. If you want to support the channel, check out crypto.com, for example, and use coupon code ACTION when you sign up. You get $25 and it helps the channel out a ton. That would be a huge way to help the channel. But my goal is to provide you guys with these little insights, tell you how I'm looking at this whole thing. And I hope I can help you guys see what I'm seeing because there is a change coming. And this sucks. I don't know how else to say it. This sucks. What's happening sucks. I don't care what side what side you're on. I don't care what you believe in. I can tell you that I sat, just a couple of weeks ago, across from a Russian and a Ukrainian, and we got to talking for hours about what's going on, what's happening. I'm not talking about just your regular people. I'm talking about people that are involved in crypto, people that have millions and millions of dollars invested in energy, and we got to have some real conversations from all sides, from all understandings, and everybody agrees that this sucks. This really does suck. Like there's no easy way to say this, but we're still all, in the same base belief that people are generally good. Crypto is the answer to a lot of these things. And the way to move forward is not to be afraid, but to, at the end, stand up for what you believe in. And regardless of what it is. And I guess I'll share this piece because I was actually super, super excited to see this. Just like Anonymous decided to go out and hack TV stations in Russia and say, you know what? We're going to share what's going on in Ukraine on Russian TV. So once again, it's about standing up for what you believe in, not being afraid to take those leaps and take those steps. Same way that I'm not taking my money out of crypto just because there was a little bit of a hiccup. I actually ended up picking up more while I saw this dip happen because I know where it's going. I know the future. So that's where I stand. My biggest fear is that they might turn this into crypto's bad because it can, help people who shouldn't be getting help right now. I'm proud of you guys that are helping the people who need help. And the other point is, hey, this could be the catalyst to set crypto apart. Because this, I know that it's kind of crazy that, everybody was fearful. Both markets tanked and then we started coming back up. But now's the time for crypto to shine, to show that, hey, this is viable. This is the next thing. And there's a bright future ahead. Thank you guys. You guys can like the video. If you like the video, if you didn't like it, that's fine too. I just want to share what was in my heart because I literally had to take a day off from all the insights that I was getting from the ground, people experiencing some crazy, crazy, wild stuff. Being connected is a blessing and a curse sometimes. Getting information up to the minute as far as what's going on. And like when this first started taking place, you saw my Twitter for some of you guys, and I'm not doing post credits on this one. I'm just going to tell you right here, right now. I was getting info as far as what was happening, like up to speed as far as as it happened on the ground, which is insane. And took a toll on me. Had to take a day off. Had to go do some, heavy labor so I could clear my mind and actually get my mind in a good place to be able to move forward. So my second step into getting my mind in the right place is sharing this information with all of you, telling you what I've seen, telling you that this sucks, but we're all going to be okay long term as far as the markets go. It's just hopefully China stops being crazy and flying planes over Taiwan and putting ships close to where they shouldn't be putting them. And North Korea stops firing ballistic missiles like they did today. Yeah, people just got to chill. I don't know how to say it. People got to chill, man. People just need to relax. It's not good. It's not good. But I see crypto as a safe haven, regardless of what's going on in the world, and that's why I'm still bullish on it, about it, and I will continue to share the things that I find, the things that I see, to hopefully help you guys in the long term. Not financial advice, just telling you what one guy is doing, and it's been working out for the last decade or so. Thank you all. See you in the next video. Take care.